Good evening. My name is Dr. Teresa Teasley, and I'm the current president of the Mu Pi chapter of Sigma Theta Tau International, and also the interim dean for the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Welcome to our induction ceremony. Thank you for celebrating this special occasion with us. As interim dean, I bring you greetings from the university and the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome our inductees, our chapter members, and our special guests to GSW's Mu Pi chapter of Sigma. Sigma is an international honor society of nursing, recognizing and celebrating excellence in nursing across the globe. Membership for Sigma is by invitation only. To receive an invitation, an undergraduate student must have completed one half of the nursing curriculum, have at least a 3.0 cumulative GPA, and be in the top 35th percentile of their class. And they must also meet the expectation of academic integrity. To receive an invitation, a graduate student must have completed at least 1/4 of the nursing curriculum, have at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA, and meet the expectation of academic integrity. Tonight, we induct both undergraduate and graduate students. Congratulations, inductees, on your superior academic success. I'm delighted that you've made the decision to join Sigma. I believe it's one of the most important decisions that you'll make in your career. You'll have many opportunities to be involved, to grow and to develop as leaders, and to contribute to the nursing profession. For our 2023 inductees, congratulations on your success. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our chapter leaders. Vice President is Dr. Michelle Dykes. You can give a little wave, there you go. Treasurer, Dr. Laura Gosa. Secretary, Mrs. Jessica Oots. And counselors, Dr. Rhonda Slocum, way in the back, and Miss Brandy Pfeiffer, also in the back. Please help me give them a great round of applause. They're an amazing executive board, and they know how to get things done. So let's begin our induction by taking a look at Sigma. For more than 100 years, Sigma has been recognizing and celebrating excellence in scholarship, leadership, and service within nursing and midwifery. The Honor Society, today known as Sigma, was founded as Sigma Theta Tau in 1922 by 6 nursing students at Indiana University. From those 6 founding members, our organization has grown to more than 135,000 active members in more than 560 chapters in over 100 countries around the world. Sigma also collaborates with several global organizations to improve the health of the world's people, including representation at the United Nations. This offers members the opportunity to extend their reach outside of their own communities. We are excited and filled with pride today to welcome our new inductees into our diverse and global membership. Sigma members are leaders at all levels of the healthcare industry. The society only extends membership to students in baccalaureate or graduate level programs who have demonstrated superior academic achievement, academic integrity, and professional leadership potential, and to nurse leader candidates exhibiting exceptional achievements in nursing. Our membership includes top-notch nursing executives, clinicians, researchers, educators, policymakers, entrepreneurs, and others. You are among this distinguished group of nurses students, and professionals who have met or exceeded the rigorous standards required to receive an invitation from Sigma, and you truly deserve our congratulations. The leadership and scholarship that you have displayed represent the essence of this society. Together, we are Sigma. Our founders chose the Greek letters Sigma, Theta, Tau, taken from the Greek words meaning love, courage, and honor, as they believed them to be enduring values that are at the root of the nursing profession. Our crest, which adorns your membership certificate, symbolizes these enduring values, reminding us of our commitment to wisdom and discernment as represented by the I, service, professional endeavor, and strength of leadership as represented by the pillars of stone at the right and left, and knowledge as represented by the lamp. Our key, embedded in the membership pin, reminds us of our charge to uphold love, courage, and honor, and it is a symbol of scholarship. The cup denotes the satisfaction of professional life. The circle with the 6 stars represents our 6 founders. The lamp is the lamp of knowledge, and the letters in black represent our charge. Remember that our key symbolizes your commitment to nursing excellence. Over the years, our GSW chapter has received numerous chapter awards from Sigma, participated in countless community service events, including food drives, charitable auctions, migrant farm worker clinics, and others, sponsored scholarly presentations, conferences, and seminars, funded member attendance at the Sigma Biennial International Conference, and honored hundreds of new Sigma inductees. In 2019, our chapter received its first Sigma Chapter Key. The Chapter Key Award, established in 1991, honors Sigma chapters that excel in chapter-related activities, such as membership recruitment and retention, publicity and programming, professional and leadership development, and local, national, and international collaboration. The Chapter Key Award is presented each biennium at Sigma's Biennial Convention. I'm proud to say that the MUPI chapter received its second key in 2021. The MUPI chapter is only one of 2 chapters in the state of Georgia to ever receive this award. So you bet we're proud. The banner and key that you see on this slide are normally displayed. You can see it here. This is ours. And it's right up front over the computer desk there. These are normally displayed out in our lobby so that everybody coming through the College of Nursing and Health Sciences can see it. Tonight we have it hanging here for you to see. And we're so proud to announce that we found out a few weeks ago that we will be receiving our 3rd Chapter Key Award at this biennial in November in San Antonio, Texas. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Michelle Dykes, Vice President of Sigma, to come to the podium and introduce our guest speaker.
Hi. I'm short. Wait, so are you, so we're good. I'm Dr. Michelle Dykes. I am the current Vice President of the Sigma chapter of MUPI, and it is my pleasure tonight to introduce you to our guest speaker. Being that we had COVID, we've had to go virtual for the last few inductions, and so we're so glad that we can go live to see all of your pretty faces and actually have a speaker, and we could not have chosen a better one. Tonight I'm going to introduce you to somebody who truly displays what Sigma Theta Tau stands for: love, honor, and courage. In a typical introduction, we tell you about their professional achievements. I'm going to let her do that. Instead, I want to introduce her as we see her, as I see her, as her students see her, as her colleagues see her, as her family sees her, and as her friends see her, and I hope after she speaks, as you will see her. So as I introduced you to her, I want to introduce you to a remarkable scholar, a dedicated educator, an encouraging mentor, a loyal friend, a dependable colleague, an honorable member of the armed services, and a true honorary hero of this country. Please welcome Colonel Dr. Ramona Mullins Foreman.
She made me blush there a minute. Oh, I was looking around going, who's she talking about? Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for allowing me to speak this evening. This is such an austere occasion. I was sitting there going, man, I kind of was trying to think back when I got inducted way, way long time ago. So we won't talk about how long ago that was. But before I get into this, I will tell you a little bit about myself and the uniform that I wear. I began my military career exactly right out of high school. I graduated from a little town in West Virginia, said bye, and my introduction to fire ants was at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I didn't know what those were. I do now. And then I continued on. After I went to nursing school in Salem, Massachusetts at Salem State College, I also was inducted into Sigma Theta Tau, and then I took a direct commission into the Army as an Army nurse. And I wear these caduceus up here now with the N, signaling proud that I'm an Army nurse. Come 1 February of 2024, as I like to say, the Army says I can't play anymore. They're forcing me to retire. I'll have 38 years, 6 months, and 2 days, but who's counting? I've had 3 deployments, one as an operating room nurse to Iraq in 2004, 2005, and then 2 deployments to Afghanistan. One was as an operating room nurse with a forward surgical team, and I actually got interviewed for this job when I was in Afghanistan. And then I told them, no, there's no chance I'm going anywhere. And then less than a year, I was sent back to Afghanistan to command a forward surgical team. Now I'm getting ready to retire. But my speech tonight really isn't about me. It's about the advances that being in the military has helped in medicine, that as you guys are going into, you may have already experienced some of these or didn't kind of realize where they come. But my talk actually came about because I asked Dr. Teasley a trivia question, and I will never confirm nor deny whether she got it correct. But like I said, going into nursing, you're going to be exposed to a lot of stuff, and you may not realize where they came from. So just to name a few, how many of you ridden in an ambulance? Seen a tourniquet? Been under anesthesia? Taken an antibiotic? Known someone who's had chemotherapy? Had plastic surgery? Used telehealth? And even has had a prosthetic or knows somebody. These are just some of the very few things that we can enjoy in civilian world today that's come back around because of advances in the military and time of war. So we'll take a quick look at the ambulance. It was actually first designed in 1487 by the Spanish Army, but they didn't get employed until after the fighting stopped. But the personal physician of Napoleon thought that was inhumane, so he actually came up with the very first 2-wheeled ambulance known as the flying ambulance. And he took it off the design of their artillery because it could go over uneven terrain. But by the end of the Napoleonic Wars, it wasn't stable enough, so he went to a 4-wheel. And then here in the United States, we had the Civil War. So Dr. Letterman and Dr. Barnes said, we need to do a little better. So they came up with a four-wheel design, made sure every battery had one, stocked it with corpsmen at the time so they could render care on the field, and then that way people weren't dying. They were getting access faster to our medical care. Let's see here. They also, in the Civil War, introduced the rail and boats to transport our wounded. During World War I was when the first motorized ambulance came about. And today, we wouldn't have our air ambulances without the Korean War. The use of helicopters as air ambulances was introduced in the Korean War, and we use them today on our, well, if you were here on campus not too long ago, we had one here on campus for people to take a tour of. I don't know if you only got to see them, but it's kind of cool. All right. So anesthesia. Anesthesia was discovered in 1846, but it was the Civil War that made its use more widely and relied upon for surgical procedures. Mostly amputations became more humane. Prior to anesthesia, the hallmark of the surgical excellence was how fast could we do the procedure. The use of anesthesia enabled significant advances that we continue today. Now, hospitals, didn't know this, also came about from the Civil War, because prior to the Civil War, hospitals were a place to go to what? Die, yes. But the medical department's hospital, especially on the Union side, had a less than 9% death rate. And that's what made hospitals now more accepted by the public after the war. World War I brought us the blood transfusions, because up till then that was quite rare. The Vietnam War brought us frozen blood products. Fresh blood could be used for 21 to 30 days before deteriorating, but frozen blood could be used up for after 1 year. World War II, we saw the expansion of antibiotics. Sulfur drugs were discovered back in 1935, and penicillin was developed in 1939. But its worldwide use was brought about during the wars to help fight off the effects of the diseases and infections from the wounds. Another important advance that's really helped civilians today, as well as military personnel, is our post-war recognition of post-traumatic stress disorder. Was any of you all at the mental health yesterday? That was a trivia question I asked the mental health people. Okay. So it was a Veterans Affairs psychiatrist treating many Vietnam veterans that carefully described for the very first time what these veterans were experiencing. But of course, it's been present in every war. The Civil War, they called it lost heart. In World War I, it was shell shock. In World War II, it was battle fatigue. But it didn't happen until 1980 that we finally called it post-traumatic stress disorder, and it officially became a recognized disorder. Now, during COVID, many of you all probably got introduced to telemedicine. The military's been using telemedicine since the early 1990s, predominantly with mental health, but also seeking specialized referrals from austere environments. For example, a provider in Africa who'd had a military member with a strange rash, they could actually video back to the States, get online with a dermatologist, and have it diagnosed. But let's finish up and let's talk about nurses. So nursing has been around for eons. It was first mentioned in the 5th century. And contrary to popular belief, it's not always been a woman's field. Men have been at the forefront of what we call nursing, even before Christ. So here we go, first trivia question. Who was the most famous male nurse in the Civil War? Nobody knows? Yes. Close. Walt Whitman.
That's him, that guy. Okay.
Yes. Walt Whitman spent over 600 shifts taking care of Confederate and Union soldiers, and he'd go write on many poems about what happened. The most famous one called The Wound Dresser, which I actually forgot on my desk. I was going to read it. Shoot. All right. All right, next one. Famous nurse from the Civil War. Dr. Teasley, you cannot answer this question because you already know the answer. But who was the well-known nurse who established Anderson National Cemetery and was the first female to raise the flag? I'm hearing somebody say it.
Claire Barton.
Yes, correct, Clara Barton, who is also the founder of the American Red Cross. Okay, yes. She is also famous for establishing the Missing Soldiers Directories that is now housed in Washington, D.C. So the first black female nurse. Does anybody know who the first black female nurse was? All right. It's okay. Susie King Taylor was the black first nurse to serve in the Civil War, and then after the Civil War, she went on to create schools here in Georgia to teach former slaves how to read and write. All right. Then we have the Angel of the South from the Civil War. Does anybody know who the Angel of the South was? Juliet Ann Opie Hopkins was known as the Angel of the South. She helped coordinate medical care for the Confederacy during the Civil War, and her efforts were so admired that she was buried with full military honors in Arlington National Cemetery. And then we have Anna Etheridge Hooks. For her service in the Civil War, she was only one of 2 women to earn the Kearney Cross, which was awarded to Union soldiers who displayed meritorious, heroic, or distinguished acts while in the face of the enemy force. She participated in 32 battles, including the first and second Bull Run, which she was actually injured at the second Bull Run. She also was in Williamsburg, Chancellorsville, and Gettysburg. And she was more noted for removing the most wounded men from combat. But this is the person who's near and dear to my heart. Who knows who is the American Florence Nightingale? Nobody? That's okay. Anna Maxwell. Anna Maxwell is known as the American Florence Nightingale. In 1898, during the Spanish-American War, she traveled here to Georgia to treat an outbreak of typhoid, along with the soldiers suffering from measles, yellow fever, and malaria. She oversaw the nursing staff at the camp hospital, where over 1,000 patients were admitted, but only 67 died under her care. And that's how she earned the moniker, the American Florence Nightingale. Her and her fellow lobbyists petitioned the U.S. Congress to create the nursing corps to care for soldiers in war. And in 1901, the Nurse Corps, this one right here, became a permanent division of the U.S. Army. And she's so now also known as the founder of military nursing. She died in 1929 and was given full military honors in Arlington National Cemetery. So women and men, we continue to carry on our esprit de corps of being in the military nurse and to be on the forefront of continued advances that we see. Military nurses have advanced combat medicine and improved care for warfighters, including reducing cross-contamination and infections, initiating protocols to enhance military nurses' readiness for deployment, and developing methods to reduce pressure injuries en route. So, after 38 years, well, I actually started out as a combat medic, but 29 years as a nurse. It's been my honor and my privilege to be a part of the medical history and to bring a little bit of its history to you all. And maybe in your endeavors, you all might decide to join I'd gladly tell you all about it. It's a great, just like Sigma Theta Tau is a great sisterhood, brotherhood to join, so is the military. It's another family, just like my big family right over here. So congratulations to you all. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
It's me again. Can't see. I used to laugh at my instructors that used to have to wear glasses. Karma's getting me now. Each year, Sigma installs a new president at the international level. At the 46th Biennial Convention, we proudly installed Ken Dion and introduced him as the 34th president of Sigma. Each president presents a call to action to help guide members and chapters as well as we strive to fulfill our mission. The organizational call to action has asked us to be bold. As a profession, we have a habit of talking among ourselves. We attend nursing conferences, we publish nursing journals, and we often remain in silos within the organizations where we are employed. This status quo cannot remain. If nothing else, the past 2 years have shown us how events outside of the nursing force can change us. Case in point, COVID. The pandemic exposed global inequities in our societies, our healthcare delivery systems, and within the nursing profession. Consider COVID as a wake-up call. The future is coming, and it will profoundly affect nursing education, research, healthcare systems, and ultimately models of care. Our profession must step outside its insular circle. I apologize, I've been battling bronchitis for a month now. We must actively collaborate with disciplines outside nursing and healthcare to influence decisions about our profession, populations, and the planet in 3 critical domains: economics, technology, and conservation. As we move forward in a post-pandemic world, it remains our duty as a profession to advocate to abolish inequities within societies, healthcare systems, and even within our own profession. But how do we focus our advocacy for the future? Taking stock of our past, our present, and potential futures can help us to determine how to do that. We must be bold. Now, let's move on to inductions. The purpose of this ceremony is not to only honor you as a new member and to celebrate your successes, it's also here to serve as our pledge to support you throughout your nursing career and be a lifelong resource for you. So even though you'll graduate, we're still here for you as your faculty, but also more importantly as your Sigma peers. This support will come in part through the opportunity to participate in Sigma's communities of interest, mentoring programs, and academies. You will also have access to the benefits such as nursing, continuing professional development. When you're a member, you get as many continuing education hours as you need without paying extra for them. The Journal of Nursing Scholarship, which I'm sure you've all looked at some point in your research course, thanks to Dr. Slocum. Worldviews on evidence-based nursing and nursing-centered. Not to mention, if anyone would ever like to travel to the Biennial Convention, it's every 2 years. The next one will be in Indianapolis, which is an amazing one because you can actually see the Virginia Henderson Library and the home headquarters of Sigma. So if you're interested, reach out to us. We'll hook you up. But your induction is not the end, the culmination of your scholarly or professional achievements. Your induction signifies the beginning of your membership journey and the start of your involvement within a global network of peers and mentors who are here to guide and support you wherever your nursing career may take you. That is one of the very unique things about our honor society. It is actually international. It's all the way around the world. So when you go to convention or you go to any kind of type of event, you will actually get to meet and hear from nurses all around the world and collaborate. All right. At this time, we're going to receive into membership these outstanding members. So inductees, please stand and recite this pledge with me. Ready? I accept membership in Sigma Theta Tau International, and I pledge to fulfill its commitment to nursing excellence, knowledge, service, and leadership throughout my career. Thank you. You guys may be seated. You get another one of those when you do your pinning for nursing. We like pledges. All right, welcome members. Members, as you come up, hand me your card. You'll walk across in front. The first thing that the members will do is they will sign the book. This book dates back to 1991. All of our members that have been inducted, that have come to induction, have signed this. So you will be a permanent record in the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. This is Dr. Laura Gosa. Then they'll walk across and they will get corded. The cord symbolizes the excellence in Sigma, and they'll wear this to graduation to show everyone at graduation that they are members of the Honor Society in Nursing. And if this is one of those events where if you want to take a picture, you're welcome to come down the center here to take a picture. All right, you ready? We've practiced the names. Josie Battaglia. Miranda Brannon. J.C. Hardiman. Carly Hearn. Racine Hearns.
You go, girl.
Yeah, you go, girl. Jennifer Latimer. Shanatica Charday Perry. Will Sewell. Mrs. Crystal Danford Shaddles. Rachel Todd. Congratulations to the members inducted here tonight, as well as those that are on the program that were unable to be with us tonight. Now that you are official members of Sigma, the opportunities to become involved, to grow and develop as leaders, and contribute to the nursing profession are virtually endless. Each of you will experience membership in your own way. In fact, Sigma membership is an experience that is yours to design. I hope that you will make use of the many opportunities that membership has to offer. Not only do you have the opportunity to be involved locally, but there are opportunities to participate in this global organization on a regional and international level as well. And you better believe that when we have things that are going on in our chapter, we're going to reach out to you. Okay, in nursing, we like to keep it short and to the point. As we conclude our ceremony, I want to take a moment to recognize and thank all of you who've joined us as well today to celebrate this special occasion. Thank you to all of the friends and family that joined us to celebrate this group of inductees. We know that your support has meant the world to these folks, and we want to express our deepest gratitude as well. Once again, I want to congratulate and welcome our newest Sigma members. Let's give them one more round of applause. As your fellow Sigma members, you are now peers with us, and we want to welcome you into this prestigious and global network of nurses working every day to change lives and advance health care. After the ceremony, I ask that the students meet at the staircase out here for a group photo op, and then also see Dr. Teasley for your certificate and your membership card. And there'll be more photo opportunities in the lobby. We also invite you to join our Facebook page, because where would we be without social net media? The recording of tonight and additional pictures will be posted on that Facebook page within the next couple of days. Kind of like when we grade your papers, we say in the next couple of days, it'll be up there at some point. So thank you, everyone, and you guys have a wonderful night and have a great dinner, wherever you go out for dinner.